What's up, everybody? Fix this up really good. I hope everybody is doing good today. I hope you all see the title. It is Sunday. And you know, when you work in a full-time job, you do not want to go to work in the morning. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Just a couple of things I want to talk about. And I hope that I am live. Hey, Craig, how are you doing today? Happy Sunday. Did you do something fun today? Did you go to church? What's up, Miss Lachey? How you doing? How are the sales, you guys? Miss Lachey, I see you talking about Macari. Y'all making good sales? Good. I kind of miss reselling, but I did have to take a break, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. And if you can double tap that screen and get that light going and send the signals to the algorithm that I am live. Sales are up and down. I know how that is. What's up, Sal? How are you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. And I hope y'all doing something fun to kind of get your mental health going, to have good mental health. Because in this world, y'all, it's so many things going on. I hope y'all doing something to relax your mind and help you not to think about what's going on in the world. I hope y'all were able to spend time with family. For some reason, what's up, Sabrina? How are you doing? Y'all, I don't know, well, I know what it is, y'all, but Miss Lachey said I visited with my mom and granny today. Oh, I'm glad. That's awesome. There's nothing like family. And Sabrina said she's doing great. Sal said took a break from reselling and slowly getting back into it. Oh, you're coaching soccer and you have a job. Wow. You're busy. And you know what? It's okay to take a break. It is okay to kind of reset and get your mind straight because, you know, life changes. Everything doesn't stay the same, y'all. Granny had her 95th birthday this weekend. Miss Lachey, you know, for people my age, and I don't know how old you are, and Sabrina said her grandmother is 86. It's a blessing to have a grandmother. I don't hear many people really like 40 plus talk about having grandmothers anymore. And that's a blessing. I no longer have my grandmother, but that is a great celebration to have. But I woke up, y'all. I felt so good today. And it's just a blessing to wake up feeling good. Despite what's going on in the world, the things that we're seeing, the opposition that's in the world right now, I woke up feeling so good. We're about the same age, okay, because I'm 50. So yeah, that's a blessing, 95 years old, because you know, it's some people now, y'all, they're not even making it to 30. So to make it to 95, Miss Lachey, does she live by herself? Does your granny live by herself? Because that's a blessing. But y'all, I woke up feeling so good today. I haven't felt this good in a long time. But I'm always in prayer and in meditation, y'all. Y'all already know I wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I do my prayer and my meditation. And it just really helps to elevate me and to get my mind right and to be closer with God. Whispers of Wonders, he's in, and they are quoting scriptures, which is good. Dragon 97, welcome in. Yes. If the world don't heal, Dragon 97, I'm definitely healing in my soul and my spirit. I can't worry about what the world is doing. And I definitely don't want to talk about Charlie Kirk. Trying to keep it elevated today, y'all. But how are you all feeling today? Y'all already know I play the piano for church. So I woke up and I played that piano like never before. I didn't care who was not singing with me or listening to me. I was just feeling so good. And it's a blessing to feel good. It's a blessing to wake up with joy with everything that's going on. What is up, Samuel? How are you doing? How's everything going your way? I got a chance to go walking again, y'all, because walking really helps me. When you're walking in nature, yeah, it's a blessing to be alive, Samuel. And I just woke up, I woke up feeling so good. Because usually I be dragging in the church, y'all. I be like, oh, Lord, give me strength. Because some days I do not want to go. Because I'm the musician. Y'all know I can't miss no days off. Because they depended on me to be there. So I have to be there in the right mind. Yeah, nothing like a church family coming together to praise and worship. Yeah, something about praise and worship that gets your mind off of what's going on in the world and negativity. Yeah, church is a great place to be, Samuel, on Sunday. A lot of people are doing a lot of church online. But y'all know church ain't what it used to be anymore. People not going anymore. And since 2019, a lot of churches had to close down and they had to reduce their membership. Well, the membership was reduced because people had got so used to going online. And so attendance for church is very different now because my church attendance is different. Sometimes we have 15 people, sometimes we have 50 people. It just depends. So it's definitely not the same anymore. Patrice, what's up, Patrice? How are you doing today? Do anybody got to go to work in the morning? I have to be to work at 8:30, y'all, so I'm not going to stay out here long. I just wanted to touch bases with the community. Really don't have a subject for real. Just wanted to see how you all were doing. Negativity, we all stay away from it. Stay happy all the time. Other people choose to be miserable with their lives. Yeah, a lot of people like to focus on the negativity. But some people, they love to thrive off of it. And you know what, Samuel? Welcome in, Cindy. Cindy says she has to go to work in the morning. Are you going in the morning too? And Patrice says, I'm well. I'm doing good, Patrice. I was telling everybody how good I woke up this morning. Well, I woke up feeling very good this morning. An unusual feeling, like really good. I just know it was God because I haven't felt like I had so much energy. It felt like a force was going through me. So that just lets me know that God is in control. No matter what's going on in this world, I know that He has me. M says, hey, Regina and friends, finally caught a live. I'm so glad you caught the live. I really don't have a subject, y'all. Just want to come on and talk to y'all and just see how the community is doing with everything that's going on in the world, and just be here for the community. I see why it's important to be connected with like-minded people and people with the same mindsets, because we're in a season right now that you have to be strong in your foundation, in your beliefs, in your morals, because people are losing their morals now. They're going in every direction. If it's an appropriate question, sorry, are Christians supposed to make up like your lips? I don't know what you mean, Cindy, because God lives on the inside. Patrice Davis, glory to God. Yes, he is. That seemed, if peace plants in your heart goes a long way. Yes, he has. God has given me peace. Welcome in, Lita. And Deborah Gill, she says, thanks for this message today. Peace is priceless. Have a blessed weekend. What is up, Crown Vickies? Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jesus Restoration Ministry. She says, why is the world becoming so bad? People are taking each other's lives and they are killing children and doing bad things. Samuel says, in a little while, I'm going to jump in the shower and get ready for bed. Well, I thank you for being here, Samuel, and letting me know. Well, the world is going to do what it's going to do. The Bible told us that these things will happen. And people's hearts are growing cold. But that doesn't mean our hearts have to be cold. That's why it's good to stay connected to like-minded people, to be around people that believe the way that you do, to be around people that believe, people who want to do good things, who operate in kindness and love. It's still, I don't care what y'all think, y'all, like, it's a lot of bad people around, but it's still a lot of good people around. It's still people who like to treat people with kindness. It's still people who believe in their family, who wants to do the right thing. But, you know, in still doing the right thing, we still have to know what's going on around us, and we still have to do our research. We can't let people in media make merchandise out of us. We can't let the media make us scared and fearful. You be blessed, Samuel. Thank you so much for being here. Because that's what the world wants us to do. The world wants us to be fearful. The world wants us to not have any joy. And I refuse. I don't care what the world is doing. I'm going to be thankful. I'm going to be grateful. I'm going to enjoy the things that I do have. I'm going to be grateful that I have a family, a house to live in. But I'm still going to know what's going on around me. I can't walk around in ignorance. So it seems like now that everybody's on the edge. Everybody wants to attack each other. My question is about marriages in America. Do you feel it will turn for the better, or the spirit of marriage amongst most is lost? I think it's still people that's getting married. But like I said, a lot of people's hearts are growing cold, and our world is changing. So we don't live in a traditional world anymore. So a lot of people are choosing not to be married, and that's their choice. Back in the day, a lot of people were getting married because of tradition, and women had to depend on men to be able to survive in the world. But now, women are working jobs just like men, and a lot of people are choosing peace over marriage. So a lot of people don't want to get married, and that's their choice. I don't think it's a right or wrong thing, because everybody is not called into marriage, because marriage is a ministry. And everybody does not have that mantle to be in a marriage, because marriage involves compromise, and it involves unconditional love. And a lot of people are just imperfect people. We're all imperfect, right? So there's not going to be any perfect marriages. And a lot of people are not willing to work together and come together. People have a lot of different disagreements, but people still get married. Now, how long they staying married, that's a different thing. Now, I've been married over 25 years. When me and my husband got together, we decided that we were not going to divorce. We were going to stick it out. And we both made that choice together. We had like minds. So even though we had our differences, we never broke up. Do we get mad at each other? Of course, but there's no breaking up here. Thank y'all so much for being here. I served Jesus in India, but after seeing all this evil, I'm emotional and scared. How will I serve in such a situation? Let's see. Only God is perfect, but we work toward perfection through Christ. Right, only God can perfect us. Well, the choice is not to marry, but according to the Bible, fornication is a sin, so the hookup culture is doomed. Correct? Am I saying this wrong? I mean, God was clear about sleeping outside union. I still believe in marriage, but one of my girlfriends' marriage just ended after 6 years. MJ Stewart, welcome in. How are you doing? Says, hey, Regina, happy Sunday to you. It's great to hear that you and your husband been together for over 20. Yes, it's been over 25 years. That's a blessing. Marriage is a gift when you're equally yoked. Yes. You have to endure. And, the Bible do talk about fornication. It is a sin. A lot of things are a sin, but overeating is a sin. Uncleanliness is a sin. Thinking bad things in your heart is a sin. That's why we have to pray for God to make us righteous, to correct us, to build us up from those types of things. It doesn't mean that we're not going to sin, because nobody is perfect. Only the Father is perfect. So we're still going to make mistakes, y'all. People sin every day. That's why he said you can come to him and ask for forgiveness. Now, do you keep operating in sin? You don't want to do that. Because anytime we do wrong things, it's always going to be consequences, right? Darius said, I've been married to my wife for 2 years. Ain't no leaving each other over here. That's awesome. Miss Lachey said, did I cook this today? I did, Miss Lachey. I didn't do a whole lot today. I kind of took it easy today. I just did some chicken and some squash, and that's it. I didn't do anything real big, and I had a salad. I wanted to take a break today. Well, just like you said, it takes two to tango, and I believe if God is at the center of every home, the rate at which marriage crumbles will be reduced drastically. Yes, I agree with that. If you're a believer, you have to put him at the head, and you have to be equally yoked. So the Bible said, how can two walk together unless they agree? So if you're with somebody that don't believe like you, or you all are at odds all the time, then it's gonna be a bad situation. MJ Stewart said, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Hope everything is going well. I just enjoying nature at the lakefront from a long day. That's awesome. Nature really can uplift your mood because I did, I got to do that Saturday, y'all. I went walking in nature and it makes me feel so good. I don't know about y'all, but walking in nature really has some great benefits. Like helps with diabetes, help with your circulation, it helps with depression and mood. And of course, it helps with weight loss if you're trying to lose weight. So I just enjoyed it. I didn't really have a stressful weekend or anything. It's been going really good, just spending time with family. I don't know what's going on with my eyeliner right here, y'all. It's just coming down. Your meal sounds good. Hello, Roberto. How are you doing? Your meal sounds good. Cooking a big meal is a lot of work. Yes, it is. Especially when you have to go to work and drive all those hours, Miss Lachey. But a lot of people have been feeling the hit from these job losses, y'all. It's not like it used to be, like even Amazon and Walmart, they're not hiring like they used to. And it's just totally different now. So I'm holding on to my job. I'm driving them 130 miles and thanking God that I have the strength to drive that long. Because y'all, it do be stressful. I'm new here and wondering what topics you cover. I talk about a lot of reality on this channel, talk about the job market, and just basically my experiences and things that's going on in the news. But most of the time, it's about jobs in the system that we live in. It's a channel that's for mature audiences because talk about, I talk about some heavy subjects. So if you're fragile and things bother you, you may not want to look at this channel. Darius said, me and my wife went through the good and dark side since we're in an interracial marriage. Since she's white and I'm black, we had some mean stares, but we're growing strong in our Lord and Savior. That's awesome. I'm glad that y'all are growing together and not letting those stares stop you. Because marriage is about love, right? Long as you love each other. And in, you know, just marriage, you got to be strong anyway, because we have our ups and our downs in marriage. Sometimes you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and don't want to talk to each other. But you have to hang on in there. Yes, I've been married for over 25 years. Just celebrated 25 years. Patrice said, yes, it does. I love local parks. It's beautiful with a lake. Yes, especially when you walking around that water. When I walk around water, I feel so good. In the park that's down the street from me, it has these two, it's like, I guess they're not like a big lake. It's kind of like two big ponds. And they have these benches where you can just sit there. So after I get through walking, I just sit on on the bench. I fake like I'm on the beach, but when I'm sitting on that bench, y'all, I just look at the water and just reflect and reset and get my mind together. And y'all notice how happy people are when they're around water, how happy people are when they're in nature. The atmosphere is nice. You don't have to worry about no bad energy around you. It's just a good, peaceful feeling when you're in nature. So I just love that. K-Boy, what is up? How much bad weather you deal with this week? I hate driving in the bad weather. K-Boy, it did not rain last week. Can you believe it? I hate the bad weather too. And it seems like, why is it me, y'all? Does it start raining as soon as you get off from work? That's always my experience. The sun will be shining the whole time I'm in the office. I'm looking out the window. I want to get out the office. The sun is shining. I go on my break for 30 minutes, try to gobble up my food and try to get some sunshine, y'all. Time I leave the office thinking I'm fixing to come home in the sunshine, it started raining. I'm talking about pouring down. Tayshawn says, amen. Thank you so much for being here. I don't cover reparations. I try not to talk about stuff like that, Link 111, because that just brings so much hostility in. I don't like talking about stuff like that because we can never agree. I don't like to talk about stuff that's gonna be constant conflict like that. So no, I don't talk about stuff like that. Is that Phi Shell? Welcome in. MJ Stewart said, work hard, play hard, Regina. 2025 is the worst time of the year, but we have to hang in there. It is crazy. It's like every day on the news, MJ, I'm seeing some crazy stuff, like things I've never thought I would see. Never. Welcome in, Michael Angry Otter. I hope you're having a great day. He said, howdy, all you crazy cool kids. Tayshawn says, hello, how are you? Said Tayshawn. You get to forgive each other and try to settle any conflict before you go to bed. Yes, Crown Vicky. It's so important not to go to bed angry with one another. I had to learn that the hard way, y'all. Because sometimes my husband made me so mad I don't even want to look at him. Link said, question in the spirit of marriage. Do people know when to draw the line with outside influences that may speak against a spouse, or do most fail at this depending on the couple's growth or failure? What do you all think about that question, chat? About outside influences. Somebody sent a $9.99. See, darling, thank you so much. I appreciate you. See, darling, with the $9.99. How are you? Link asked this question, y'all, about outside influences for you all who have been married for a while. What do you all think? Because I don't let outside influences influence anything in my marriage. I don't care what you got to say. I don't talk about it. What's going on inside of this house stays in this side of house. Stays inside of this house. I don't talk to outside sources. Because everybody's marriage ain't set up the same. We have, the world has given people different roles to play. But when you're in a marriage, you define what your role is gonna be as husband and wife. Some people say, hey, my husband, the man's supposed to take out the trash. He's supposed to do this and that. The man's supposed to cut the grass. But it's some women who like to cut the grass. So I can't tell people what to do in their marriage and how to handle conflict. But I know one thing, you better not let it go outside the house, because people will try to tell you what to do, what's best for you. And some people even tell you to leave your spouse just because you having an emotional day. And we go off our feelings so much. Our feelings change each day. You're not gonna always feel the same way. So you went outside your marriage and told somebody that your husband or your wife is getting on your nerves, and then you all make up. And then that person you told is looking at your husband or your wife. They giving them the side eye. So I keep everything inside of this house. And I teach my daughter, you better shut your mouth up and you better not tell anybody what's going on in this house. Because y'all know y'all children will repeat stuff. Lemonade Life, what's up? She said, yes, Being around water is nice. I live in South Florida. Oh, I love Florida. And I live about 15 minutes away from the beach, and I go often. Great stress reliever. I know you do, because I know I will be going to the beach. I love the beach. Like, I used to go to Panama City every year. Patrice said, LOL, it does kick up feelings. Angie, what is up, Angie? How are you doing? Angry Otter says, I'm always having a good day. God is great and I live a blessed life. See how Angry Otter, and his name is Michael, y'all. He is affirming his day. He said he has a blessed life. He's declared that for himself. Miss Lachey said, did you get to the beach this year? I sure did. Finally, after, oh, it's been a long, about 3 or 4 years, I finally went. And I'm so glad. Because I haven't been, I don't think, since, 2020, I believe. So that was long enough not going to the beach. Patrice says, amen. This is how it should be. Thank you for touching on my city of Chicago. I enjoyed hearing your perspective from a Southern point of view. Yes, I'm glad I could talk about it, because we're in some times like y'all I just never thought we would see the National Guard coming in. And y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but President Trump named 19 cities, in which I think he's looking at Memphis right now. But he named Birmingham. That's what I'm close to Birmingham. Riggs man said, I set boundaries outside. Opinions are a no-no for the most part. I know that's right, Riggs man. And because the people, if you married, two becomes one, you all have that covenant. So why I'm gonna share my marriage with an outside source? And most of the time it be with people who are not married. And you know what they gonna tell you. Patrice Davis, I'm trying to make their way into your house. That's a real thing too. Right. I'm not trying to let anybody come in here and mess nothing up. Angry Otter said, marriage is a partnership, but you also have to let your spouse have freedom. I definitely agree. If you're afraid of outside influences, then you're not secure in your partnership. I believe in letting your partner have freedom to be them, because we all have everybody is living their life, and we have to show, I can't think of the term right now, but we have to show our life. We have to live our life for God in our own way. So I can't say that, oh, my husband influenced me to do this, because God is looking at me. And some people, they live, and it's good to be connected to your spouse and do family things, but you still have to have some outside interests, because if you don't, you will be bitter. It's good to have separate goals. The world and how they perceive marriage is not the same as believers. I was raised to believe the man is the head, and the word of God says that. I go by what the word says. That's awesome, Angie. It's good to have a godly marriage, and everybody has their marriage the way that's best for them. My husband is a godly man, so I have no problem with him leading. Link says, next question for older women. Do you find it hard to encourage your younger women, their approach when it comes to men, or do you as older women see what's going on and do not say a word to them? Link, you got some questions tonight. Y'all help Link out. Now, Link, if it's a young woman that I'm trying to encourage, if I know them personally, like if it's one of my nieces or somebody that's close in the family, I will talk to them. Because I got married. Like, I'm going to tell y'all a story. Let me see if it's anybody new coming in. Life with Wanda. What's up, Wanda? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Mustafa, welcome in. I'm going to tell y'all a story. Like, I will talk to young girls, and you know what I tell them? Because I got married at 23 years old. I got married right after college. And I would not, for me, I'm telling you personally, for me, I would not advise a person to get married that young, and I'm going to tell you why. And not saying that I don't love my husband, because he already know this. But when you're young, you still trying to discover yourself. You're going to be growing at many different levels. My husband was 26 years old. He was still growing and learning himself, and I was learning myself. I've never lived on my own. Never. Except when I was in college in the dorm. And I think it's a good thing. And this is just my opinion. So I don't want y'all to get mad at me, Thomas. You shouldn't tell folks that. But my opinion, you should go out and experience life on your own. Find out what you like. Know what you're going to do in life. Know what speaks to you. And be sure about your future and your purpose. Because when you get connected to somebody, every decision you make as far as furniture, cars, everything, this has to be two people's decision. So I always tell people, make sure that you're at an age where you have at least experienced a little bit of life to know what you want. Welcome in, Sharon. How are you doing? Because I would tell you, 23 years old was young for me. And sometimes, you know, dealing when you're that young, you're still learning, and you're going to make mistakes, and feelings are going to get hurt. There's a difference between holy marriage, the ceremony in the church, a religious rite, and that of a civil marriage, a contract that is filled with the state as a legal contract, secular. I'm just reading y'all chat. MJ said, I had a former female narcissist friend used to talk about her marriage to me, and I didn't want to hear it from an outsider. My friend keeps his marriage private, which is cool with me. Yeah, you should keep things private, I feel. Because sometimes people will tell you give you the wrong advice. Sometimes people can be actually jealous that you're married, and they don't want to see you married for real. You may be talking to somebody that's single that really wants to be married, but they telling you all the reasons why you should divorce your spouse just because y'all had a disagreement. So sometimes people be planting seeds, and you have to be careful who you let plant seeds in your life. It may start small, and they try to make it seem like they're doing you a favor or something, and you start listening to them and believing them, and then you done made the worst decision in your life. Yes, I agree with you, Patrice. Everyone still needs to have their personal space and interest for themselves. Okay, but God specifically addressed married couples about union between husband and wife. I guess with the modern world, we've created gray areas to suit us, depending. Anything that brings harm, turn away. We live in a noisy world. The greatest gift you can give yourself is some quiet. Live in the white spaces between the words. Yes, we definitely need peace, because there's so much noise going on. Let's see, did I miss anything? Thank you so much, Crown Vicky. She said, have a wonderful night and rest. Robert Purley, he says, hello, Brown Sugar. Welcome in, the quiet one. Commander. Commander, we just talking about everything right now. Yes, Angie said, keep it private. MJ Stewart said, there is two sides to every story, his side, her side, and the truth, which is why I don't want to hear it as a single, non-married man. Right. Michael said he's married. I'm a man married to a man, and I was married by a wedding officiant, not in a church. I will never force my civil marriage on the church, as I would expect the church to leave my civil marriage alone. Right. I understand, Michael, but there's no judgment here. I don't know who this is. YouTube staff. All right. Link says yes, but the fact that everybody is into each other's affairs is put control. Go back 30 years ago. Was everybody other affairs, or did people keep to themselves? Yes or no? Y'all help Link out with these questions, because I am definitely not a marriage expert, Link. It's different if the person is in danger in domestic violence, yes. If you're in domestic violence, get out, like for real. Yeah, that was a troll. Hey, Emily, she says, good evening, Regina. How are you doing? I met my husband at 21, got married at 23, and we're 25 now. We're still trying to learn new things together as young adults. That is so sweet. Y'all are at the honeymoon stage, and I'm thinking about the honeymoon stage just because that's why I'm smiling so big. That's like when you're going through that honeymoon stage, it's like, I don't know for y'all, but when I was going through the honeymoon stage, it was nothing that my husband could do wrong. We were just inseparable. Everything was new and fresh. Some nights, like, we gained so much weight. Emily, did y'all gain any weight? Because me and my husband, I think we gained like 15 pounds apiece. We was eating so much food. We would be laying in the bed eating pancakes. Sometimes my husband would want pancakes at 2 and 3 in the morning. He want me to cook them, and I'd be just so happy to cook them. And I sit up there and eat them pancakes in the bed with him and just blowing up, being a big bag. That's too early for marriage. Somebody cheating later. Not all the time, Gary. Patrice laughing. Because I got married at 23, and no cheating over here. No, I get that. However, what does it mean with the Bible? Honor thy neighbor and do not trespass with interference in a person's marriage affair. Ring a bell. Should mother-in-law have a right? Nobody should have a right, Link. Now, some cultures, I think, correct me, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, Michael, because I know you know about a lot of history. I think Japan, I think you have to live with the family, and the mother is the groom's mother is the head of the house, and the bride has to do what the mother say. I think it's either Japan or China. I can't remember, but Regina, girl, when you're married, who are you trying to impress? LOL. Eat what you want. Mike, I had got to be a big back, and I did not like it. My clothes was not fitting me. Angie says, yes, some cultures get involved in marriages. They do. And I could not be in that culture, Angie. I do not want to be in where the mother is telling me what to do. I can't remember which one it is. There is a lot of respect in Japan. You respect your elders, but don't the mom, is she like the head over the bride? I believe. Emily said my mom was 29 and my dad was 31 when they got married in 1999. They had me and my twin sister in 2000. My twin sister got married, in 2022, 3 years marriage. So both of y'all are married. That's awesome. Michael, you've been everywhere. Tokyo for 3 years. I know of different cultures. I know of people from different countries. Have a good night, Miss Lachey. Thank you so much for being here. Do you all, let me ask y'all a question. Because we have been, social media is so big now. Like, we didn't have social media like this growing up. Who comes first to last once a man or a woman marries and leaves the house? What's the correct order? I don't know, Link. Angry Otter reacts. It's not necessary because it's the mom. Because you respect the elders. Okay. My friend, she tells me about all these cultures of marriage, and I can't remember the one it is, but we always talk about that. And she makes fun of me because she says that they will probably put me out of the house because I would definitely run away. Whoever house it comes first. Emily, my parents still enjoy skateboarding at 55. Your parents are really in good health. John Stewart said, I'll teach you the meaning of respect. Mother and daughter or wife, who comes first and last? Why? What do you mean, Link? Mother and daughter or wife comes first. You talking about in the marriage? Because the husband and wife comes first. They are the ones making all the decisions. But let's talk about this, y'all. Moving on the subjects. We didn't have social media like 20 years ago. Social media wasn't as prevalent as it is now. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question in the chat. Do you all feel like people are more lonelier now? Do you all feel like that people are not making friends as much? What do you all think? Because a lot of people are on social media. There's so many groups. Do you all feel like people are meeting up less in public places, or not going to church as much in like social groups? Do you all feel like there's a possibility that people are lonelier because a lot of people not getting married anymore? It's a lot of people that I know in my group that's not marrying. People in my family that's choosing not to marry. People are not making friends like they used to. Do you all think that is true? Social media didn't come until I was in high school back in the early 2000s. Social media destroyed everything into today's society. Michael said, Regina, people have lost the idea of community for the most part. It's been replaced with a phone screen. Kids over spouse. They will leave you before the kids do, believe me. Gary said the kids will leave. He picks the kids over the spouse. They will leave you before the kids do, believe me. Gary, you had an experience, didn't you? I've only been married once. So my experience is as a married woman for over 25 years. So I thank God I didn't have to experience any divorce. Angie says yes. Angie, are you saying yes that people are lonelier more and not making friends anymore? Because even me, I feel like I am more like now I don't really want to make friends a whole lot. Like when people try to befriend me, I feel like they have a hidden agenda, or like I feel scared. Am I the only one that feel like that? Because I don't know what people expect from me. I don't know what motives they're coming from. So it's kind of scary now in this world because people are so different now. Gary said, yes, I did. I have nothing left but my kids and my mom. Well, Gary, I'm glad you have your kids and your mom. I'm sorry you had to have that experience. That's a hard thing to go through. I have a friend that went through a divorce and they had to be put on medication because it was so hard. It's a process to go through, especially when someone has been in your life for a long time. But I'm going to tell you one thing, you can get through it. You can recover, because my friend has recovered and is married again. MJ says, it's hard to make new friends since everyone is glued to their phones when you hanging out. I learned from experience as a millennium guy. You right, like people go on dates and people looking at their phone all the time. I hear that a lot. Even when we're eating dinner, like if we go out now, I have to constantly get on to my daughter about being on the phone. Put that phone down, it's family time. Patrice says definitely people are more lonely and depressed and they're living their lives vicariously through social media. I agree, Patrice. Yes, I understand that. Leo say, okay, hello, what is the conversation about? Leo, I'm asking the question, do you feel that people are more lonelier now? Do you feel that it's harder now to make friends with people? That is my question for everyone. Because for me, Leo, it's hard for me to make new friends. I'm always skeptical. I'm always scared. Like I feel like people have a hidden agenda. I don't know their intentions, so it's different now. I don't really want to make new friends too much either today's society because most are trying to use you. That's how I feel, MJ. Like I've had so many people with bad intentions on trying to use me up. And I don't like that feeling because I'm a person, I'm very loyal. Y'all know I talk about being loyal, being Generation X. I'm a loyal person. And I feel like people be taking advantage of that. Every Friday night, Michael said we had an open house. All our friends could just randomly show up for a night of drinks and conversation instead of going out. I like that, Michael. Social activity around like-minded people, and I keep emphasizing like-minded people because if you don't be around like-minded people, those people that don't think like you are gonna suck the life out of you. Yeah, social media came late when I was graduating from high school, and it's just not the same. Link says, when a man marries, he's leaving his mother and father. This makes his wife first, right? Because she is there before the child. A woman cleaves to her husband. That's right. They're supposed to cleave to each other. What is up, Courtney and Eddie? I'm just running my mouth. Life with Wanda says, yes, ma'am. Leo, yes, it is for me, but I try to understand them from the perspective and go from there. Courtney and Eddie say, hey, girl, yes, I'm skeptical. skeptical too. It takes me a while to really get to know somebody. It's sad because people have an agenda. That's how I feel, Courtney. And then, people try to use you for the resources that they can gain from you. And you just don't know if it's genuine. Do they genuinely like you for you? Are they trying to get something? MJ Stewart says, I had friends that wanted to use me since I had older narcissistic friends that are Gen X. Oh, Gen X narcissistic friends? It takes me a while to warm up to people, but I have been that way since a child. I understand that, Patrice, because it takes me a time. It takes me time to warm up to people because I'm an introvert. And sometimes I can be shy. But I work my way around the shyness. Patrice says she has stranger danger sometimes, and I understand. Yes, please stay around like-minded people. Do y'all think it's like, because people are on social media so much, and when you lose contact, like that face-to-face contact with people, I think it's hard for us to understand, like, even facial cues. We lose what social engagement is, that like discernment about a person's feelings. We can't, like a lot of people, when we're not connected and seeing each other face to face more often, we can kind of interpret their behaviors as being aggressive or being bitter or angry, and they may not even be trying to be angry or bitter, but because we're not around them face to face or connected to people a lot, we consider them to be bitter or angry or having hatred, and that might not even be the case. Let me get the I'm gonna make some of y'all moderators so y'all can get these crazy people out of here. Courtney, because it be some crazy questions coming in here. Make Angie. Because I don't like these crazy folks coming in. But what do you all think? Do you all think we get so distant from each other and we're not connecting and seeing each other face to face that we stop knowing a person's true intentions? They may be trying to be doing good, but we can't interpret the behavior because we've been separate for so long. What do you all think? Sharon says yes, and if you have something they want, it becomes unbearable. I would rather give than someone trying to use me. Yeah, just let me know your intentions. Just let me know what you need, and I can just go ahead and give it to you or help you out. Don't be misleading. Don't try to take advantage of somebody. There's a social etiquette when you're in person, which is missing from online. Yeah, online is something totally different. I think 2020 put us in the house and more behind screen. It did. It really shut down the whole world. And our poor children, they really had to suffer through it. And I think as adults now, we're suffering through it because we're online more than ever. And when you work as much as we do, y'all, these 9-to-5 jobs, we're working longer hours now. So we don't have a time. We don't have an outlet anymore. Y'all remember we used to have barbecues, family gatherings. Everything is slowly changing now. Thanksgiving gatherings is different. Christmas gatherings is different. It's like, and everybody is so separate now. It's totally different. Did I miss something? Let's see. Angie said, even on these platforms, comments will get ugly. You're making a positive, helpful comment, and there they come. Yes, people are so angry now, Angie, and it seems like for some reason, social media, I don't know if y'all see content creators, but if you make more content on drama and negativity, you're going to get all the views. So it's like social media even influence the hate. It influenced all of the going back and forth. I don't know if y'all see the content creators that go back and forth and make entire videos about people in the comments. They are just really having a good time talking about these people. Link said, guys, no joke, when you get time to go and see what Japan is making regarding these companion robots they are developing, it's a real thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to, I heard about that, about those companion robots. But Link, check this out. It's people that's getting in relationships now with ChatGPT. They have these, I don't know if it's just ChatGPT, but they have these AI boyfriends and AI girlfriends. So I do believe that. Yes, Angie, they coming in. MJ says basically 2025 basically brought the bitterness in people, including friends and family members. Yes, I see that a lot. It seems like even family members be hating on each other and competing against each other. Everybody's trying to put the best pose on facial media. On facial media, people trying to show off and compete with each other, and people feeling a certain way when they don't have whatever this person is displaying on social media. It's different now. Courtney said, yes, but I know their true colors will come out eventually. And that's the waiting game, ain't it, Courtney? You be just trying and you be like, oh my God, here we go. Patrice Davis says, I do. People don't know how to communicate with anyone. All this texting and DMs is not the same as face-to-face communication. Social etiquette has been ruined. I agree. And sometimes I don't even know all the acronyms and little emojis and abbreviations that people use. I be so confused. Sometimes I have to ask my daughter, what is this? What does this mean? And sometimes I get stressed out by it because I don't know what it means. But communication is definitely different now. It's a lot of DMs and texting. People don't like to talk to each other face to face. Faith help. Many are slaves. You think they are slaves to social media now? Gary said, I think social media got people crazy and trying to make a quick buck. Yeah, I think some people are, well, I'm going to say a lot of people trying to make a quick buck. That's why I don't cover a whole lot of topics. I definitely don't like to cover anything about race relations because people will always be arguing over that. However, I will tell my perspective as a Black woman, but I don't talk about Black and white people because that's just going to be, people are never going to agree. And I don't like conflict like that. I try to treat everybody with respect, and I love everybody. Well, most people. I'm going to say most people. I don't love everybody because some people are just too much. I think it's best for me to meet people as I go about my way. And if I like them, then I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Right. Some people, like with me, I have discernment. That is my gift. My discernment is impeccable about people. If I can be around a person and talking with them, I'm going to figure that person out. I don't know how I do it. It's just a gift. And some people, I just know that they're good people. And some people, I can see a mile away that they're not. Let's see, MJ says social media hit Gen Z culture very hard since they was children. Millenniums got to enjoy childhood in the 90s. That's true. Courtney says drama sells for sure. And that's why I just really don't want to do all that drama stuff. Drama is negative energy to me. It really is. It really tears you down. I don't like negative energy. MJ Stewart said, that's why I love your channel since you keep it PG rated. Yes, all that profanity and bad language, that's just like low energy vibration. I can tolerate some profanity, but some people be out here, every word that come out their mouth is bad language. And it's just negative energy, and it's just not cause for. But like minds track like minds. So it's a lot of people out there that thrives off that, and it makes them feel good. So, but that's not me. Y'all don't have to worry about me doing any profanity and talking bad language. You can watch me with your kids, your grandkids. Gen X got to live life. We were kids before the internet. We were kids before the internet. We got to go outside and play. We didn't have all this asthma and immune deficiencies. We rode our bikes. We made up games. We had creative ideas. And I really hate it for the Gen Z. They don't experience life like we did, y'all. I stayed outside. I stayed outside riding a bicycle. And they just don't get to do that. I stayed playing games and red light, green light, and running. And I had a good childhood. I didn't have a whole lot, but I had a good childhood. Courtney says, oh yes, I do not want to be in no YouTube beef. Courtney, I had somebody to make a YouTube video about me. I thought it was hilarious though, because when I talked about my video about driving 130 miles, I think it was the first video, if y'all put my name in. Now it's two people that made a video about me, and then it's one short with a meme of me. And I'm just telling my real life, this is nothing fabricated, because a lot of people be on here lying. But I'm just telling my real life example of how I feel, and they making memes of me. But it happened, y'all. There's no future for the wicked. I agree. Angie said, someone came back at me blaming God. What? For losing their job. Like, what? God is to blame for that, and told me to grow up. Really, does that bother me? Wow. It's a lot of people in this world that is hurting, and they have nobody to talk to, nobody to believe in them. They have so much hurt that's been built up over time, and they come on social media and they take it off on other people that has nothing to do with what's going on with them. Link says, yes, very sad, but that's real. That's the world we're learning about now. MJ says, most of my family members hate me because my opinions don't agree with theirs. You know what, MJ? I never, like when I grew up, if you disagreed with somebody, for me, I just always walked away. If I see somebody on social media that I don't agree with, I just scroll up or scroll next, click off, especially on TikTok. If I don't like what somebody is saying, I just scroll to the next one. I've never been the type of person to try to make somebody believe what I'm saying. And it's now that people have such a lynch mob personality now. They get together in groups now and intimidate other people who don't believe like them. Thank you so much, Courtney. RN2, she said, most pandemic mental crisis, we just acting up. Yes, it is. Make sure you all check out RN2 CE's channel and Courtney and Eddie's channel. They're both YouTube creators and they have very good information. So make sure you all check them out. If you're content creators, make sure you all check each other's channels out. The quiet one, the online drama is spilling over into real life. Oh, a YouTuber was deleted another YouTuber and his wife on the Vegas Strip. That is horrible. See, that's why I don't get too deep and stuff like that. I don't know why people like to do this, but I guess maybe they feel like they're gonna make money for it. I'm not fixing to sacrifice myself for views. I'm not fixing to compromise my integrity and the God that's inside of me for views. Forget them views. I don't even want those kind of views if it's gonna compromise my integrity and my beliefs. Gary said, I'm a 90s baby. We played outside, no internet, even when AOL dial-up came out. Gary, I remember that dial-up. It was so slow. That dial-up was no joke. Andy said, even a positive, uplifting comment, the people will come at you. I noticed this. Some will not comment, just stay silent. They do. I just appreciate them when they stay silent. If you got something ugly to say, just don't even say it. That's my motto. But people be brave on these keys, y'all, on these phones, saying whatever they want, reckless. Patrice said, that's why I enjoy your channel. It's a breath of fresh air. Just you being your authentic self. Thank you so much, Patrice. That's all I want to be, is to be myself. I am very comfortable with the views that I have. I have learned in life now to do what I enjoy, talk about what I enjoy, and to work in my capacity. I'm just one person, and I'm not fixing to be in competition with anybody or trying to act like anybody else to get views. I'm just glad to have you all that have like minds that's on this journey with me, and we can share our ups and downs and help each other elevate and share our experiences. That's why I always say share your comments. Let's talk about them, because I like for this to be a safe space for people. Angie, I did see somebody leave a negative comment. You had wrote something on my channel and somebody left something negative and I blocked them. Some people don't block people, but I will block people in the quickness because I don't want those type of views. I don't like anybody coming against people that support me. I don't like anybody coming against anybody in the community, because we're all here to support each other. B said, don't let this distract you from the fact that Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. I don't know what that is. Patrice, you not screaming, cussing, gossiping, or talking down on the next person. I don't want to do that. It doesn't, that's negative energy. It's not helping anybody, and I don't even like gossiping, y'all. I don't even have a whole lot of, I ain't trying to say all females like this, but I don't have a whole lot of female friends because they want to gossip and talk about people, and I just don't have time for that. So most of my female friends is like me. We're not trying to gossip and talk. We just like to talk about stimulating things, and have a good dinner or something. We like, all of my friends like to eat. Angie said, I've seen so much disrespect on 9/11 this past. Oh, Angie, I've never seen the disrespect like that. And a lot of them was Christians. And I'm like, what kind of Christian? That's why I don't even call myself a Christian. I just call myself a believer. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Because people do all kind of stuff as a Christian. They have done some horrible things and said some horrible things as Christians. And I'm well traveled and will read. Got to invest in yourself and create the little slice of the world you want to live in. I agree, Michael. That's why I think it's so good. Like, a lot of people be creating small communities with like-minded people. I think that's important because it's a lot of people falling away. I see a lot of people that's falling away from the faith. They're losing their belief, and they're following these made up gods now. And I'm not trying to do that, y'all. Courtney says, right, and no politics on your channel. It can become toxic. Right, Courtney, I started off with the politics, but people start acting so crazy and being spitting so much venom and hate. I quickly changed. I don't know if y'all remember, but I quickly stopped talking about politics. And I think politics is wicked. That's a whole nother video talking about how I feel what politics is. Link has a question. Okay, this question for all of us regarding social media. What's the solution? Real questions for all of us that sees how it's giving harm. However, I'm most aware to just do less and less media and live again. What do you all think about Link's question? I think everybody just have to do their research and be wise about social media, because it can become addicting. And I would suggest not looking at channels that's going to cause you harm in your spirit. Nothing good's come out of politics. Angie said, me too, I pray consistently for wisdom, knowledge, and discernment. These are some very serious times. It is, and you have to have a strong foundation like never before, a strong prayer life. You can't be moved by what you're seeing and what's going on. Create your own space of peace, your own space, your own community of like-minded people. And don't be shaken in your faith, because a lot of people are being shaken right now. And that's a horrible thing. Yes. Yes, Courtney, they made a video about me. Oh, they do Big Ward so wrong. I love Big Ward. People don't like you to be authentic. They do not like, I think when you're authentic, it's a light that shines on you. And a lot of people are not comfortable with that light because a lot of people are not comfortable with being themselves. And it's a peace. And people don't like for you to have that peace and confidence about yourself. Regina, it was in your comment section, that comment to me. I started to delete I deleted it for you. My early millennium friends got the Gen X side. Middle millenniums like me have Gen X. I found out about you, Regina, from Big Ward. I'm so glad, Angie. That's Big Ward shot me out. That was so nice of him. I like how you did your video starting from Gen Z and Millennium. Now, I love talking about Gen Z. Gen Z is, I admire them, and I feel like Gen Z is strange. They have their own language. They have their own view of the world. And I'm not talking about strange in a bad way, but I think that Gen Z is, they are, they're gonna, I feel like Gen Z is going to change the world with their thought process. They don't think like us. They see the world exactly how it is. They don't, the Gen Z does not conform to the system. They do not. They quickly see it. I can talk all night about them. Yes, MJ, I remember MySpace page and AOL. And can you believe I still have an AOL account? Yeah, I can't let these people get to me. It is, I can only imagine how many bad comments Big Ward gets. I get a few here and there, but I'm sure his is massive. Yes, MySpace, I definitely remember. Michael said, Regina, they are called armchair warriors, not happy unless they have a cause, so they feel some kind of connection and purpose. They do. They are a mess. Angie said, I appreciate you for being organic. It's hard to find these days. Thank you so much, Angie. I appreciate you. But y'all, Pencil Poetry, welcome in. How are you doing? Y'all make sure you all connect to Pencil Poetry. He does a lot talking about the 9 to 5 grind, and he's very poetic with his words, y'all. Barbara Bishop, please don't pull out no voodoo cards. I can't deal. I don't do none of that. I only believe in the one true and living God over here. Patrice Davis said, agreed. We got to protect our ear gates. We got to. And what we pay attention to. We can't put all those harmful things into our spirit. That's right. But people are not knowing, like when you listening to all this different music that's out now, you're feeding your spirit. And it's staying there and growing. And I don't listen to all of that. This new music now and the new rap style that they do and the new dances, all of that, I don't let that get into my spirit. It's too much. People don't even know what's behind the music. I don't know if y'all seen Sinners, but y'all should check that movie out. Music is a portal. It's a gateway for all kinds of spirits. Angie said, I agree. Even some of the gospel music. I'm very careful of even the gospel music that I play. It's just too much, and these young girls, they dancing and twerking to this music, and the words behind the music, they're just listening to the beat. They're not listening to what the words they're saying, and it's getting into their hearts, and they become so comfortable with what they're doing. They don't even think that it's wrong, but it is. I'm so glad that my daughter does not like some of these rap artists that's saying all of that vulgar language and getting them used to desensitizing them to wrongdoing. Andrew says she listened to the old school gospel. I don't blame you, because you got to build yourself in your most holiest faith. If you don't have anything in the inside to help you fight what's going on in this world, you're going to be constantly depressed. You're going to constantly have low energy. You got to continue to elevate. New music has lyrics. I thought it was the same bad words repeated over and over, LOL. I don't really like the new music either. I love listening to music from the 90s and the early 2000s. The new music don't even sound like they even took any effort because they make everything now with machines. It has no depth to it for real. Like that live music back in the day, it's just the same rhythm and chants. Pencil Poetry said elevation is needed, definitely. But y'all, I done been on here too long and I gotta get ready for this drive in the morning. I appreciate you all so much for coming in, and my cat is walking under me, y'all. She scared me. I mean, there can be some spiritual music. What you have to do is listen to the words. What is the singer saying? And I've always done that. And I'm always listening to the words because words are powerful. And I do not want that in me. I'm so glad y'all came. Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm going to try to come on every other Sunday. So y'all just look for me on Sunday. I'm going to try to start coming on once a week Sunday. But for now, it'll probably be every other Sunday until we can start going live every Sunday. But I appreciate you all so much. I hope you all have a good night, get some good rest, and have a good week. Y'all be blessed and shine bright. Thank y'all so much. Good night, Patrice. Good night, everybody. Good night, y'all. Brina B, I missed you. Gotta go now. Y'all make sure y'all watch the replay and put a comment, put some eyeglasses or something to boost the algorithm. Y'all know how to YouTube do us. But y'all have a good night. Be blessed.